Hello everyone and happy Mass Monday and welcome to Bonnie's Bargains and also welcome to Autism Awareness. I have been invited by Tracy and Chloe's Unboxings, Beauty and More to join in a very easy collab. The playlist will be in the description box. There's so many ladies that are participating. You can watch who you prefer or watch all of them. I suggest watch everyone and learn as much as you can about autism. I will do a giveaway. You will only have to be subscribed to me, and I just do that for the Mass Mondays and the giveaway. So if you go to other people's channels on Autism Awareness, everyone is going to be different. So I just want you to know that, but please go check it out. I will tell you that I had no idea about autism. I have no one in my family that is autistic. I don't know of any of my friends that are autistic, so all of this was new to me. So to learn more and educate myself, I went to the library and checked out 9 mindsets for healing kids on the spectrum, navigating autism. And it's by Temple Grandin, PhD, and Deborah Moore, PhD. This was a fascinating book. It sure helped me understand about the different spectrums and that every person with autism has different needs. So that was the main thing for me, just to understand about that. Before I get into talking about autism, I decided to wear under eye mask today by CyMe. You know, I love these. It gets away puffiness and wrinkles, and this is always a thumbs up for me. So it is CyMe, C-Y-M-E. Now, I took notes again because when I started reading about all the different spectrums and all the different needs, and even when you meet someone with autism, they can act differently, perceive things differently, even with sensory perceptions. So I decided this is what I wanted to talk about. How, as an individual, can I support someone with autism? So the first thing I needed to find out was about sharing information. How do I do that with each individual autistic person? Because each person is affected by autism in different ways. Therefore, each need will be different. It's important to be clear, to the point, and use simple language. So now I know when I meet an autistic person that most people, you just need to be clear to the point and use simple language. And then I thought, how can I motivate? And so it said to always, of course, you have to look at the different ages. If they know they have autism, you would find out probably through parents or their friends or whatever, but you need to talk to them as an adult, not as a children. So when you're carrying on a conversation, talk to them as an adult and not as a child. And it says to stay away from familiar and personal word phrases. And I had no idea about that. Then it says, how can I make the person happy? How can I make the person happy? It says when you talk to them, use their name. That usually when you meet someone or you know someone, if you really say their name and talk to them, it makes them happy, using their name. And again, keep the language simple and clear. Speak slowly and clearly, because a lot of autistic people, they accept information differently. So it's best to speak clearly and slowly. It also says to use simple gestures, just simple little gestures when you talk. Make eye contact. And you can also, like, if you have pictures of something or symbols to support what you're saying, that's also good to use. So it helps clarify in your conversation what you're describing or talking about. Like for instance, if you say, oh, I have a granddaughter, pull out your granddaughter's picture, say her name, her age, what grade she's in, just simple language, but good conversation that makes them happy. Just talking about things that they understand. It says allow extra time for them to understand what you've said. So that's another reason when you speak slowly and clearly, they interpret so much more. So because sometimes they allow extra time to understand what you've said. The next thing is always stay calm. So don't get hyper or nervous. Just stay very calm, because if you stay calm, it helps them to stay calm. So if you see them starting to get hyper or a little antsy, just stay very calm. What not to do. Let them think that autism is bad. So for me, if I met someone with autism, I wouldn't even bring it up. I just wouldn't. And then that way, there's no way that autism is going to somehow be conceived that it's bad. That's my thought. All these are my thoughts and what I read on. And then always know that you can't cure them. So I'm the kind of person that if I see someone, I'm very proactive, I think, on trying to help them, or if there's anything I can do for them. But in this case, it was just stay calm and don't try to make everything okay. The other thing is, don't ever pretend they can't hear you talking about them. So in other words, if there's an autistic person in front of you, you can't just look over at the person next to you and start saying, that, or you have to be careful with. No, they understand what you're saying. They can hear you. So I would never even, if somebody walks up, I would never say, just to let you know, this, stay calm. No, it's not the place, because they can hear you talking about them. And then you should never blame problems on their autism. So in other words, don't say, oh, I understand, your problem, or, oh, probably the reason that you can't do this is because you do have autism. No, don't blame their problems on autism. Don't do that. The other things is, and this was huge for me, with being born and raised in Alabama, I'm just telling you, there are usually, for me, I'm making a generalization almost, because I was raised, when you see your aunts and uncles or friends, you hug them and, you tell them you love them and you touch them, and, it makes them more at home feeling. And no, not with some of the autism children or adults. They don't like to be touched. It's a sensory thing. And that taught me a lot right there. There's boundaries. And some, you don't want to do anything to make them uncomfortable, or really, as a matter of fact, anyone uncomfortable, because I've learned that. So no hugs unless, sensory issues. Some do not like to be touched, so no hugs. Avoid loud music. So in other words, if, say, you were talking to an autistic child and you wanted to walk over and give them something to drink, but you had to go into a place that was playing very loud music, again, it has to do with sensory issues, and it can set them off, make them uncomfortable. So avoid loud music, or even, it was saying in the book, again, the spectrum of that some people, autistic people, do not like to be in a lot of crowds, or where it's noisy, or so you just have to be aware of that, autism awareness. And you should never say to them, if they say something like to you, I have social issues, you should never respond back, I have social issues too. No, just listen to them, interpret what they're saying, read them, read their bodies. And so this really helped me in understanding, if I do meet an autistic person, and I put this in my memory bank, that everyone has different needs. They want to be treated and talked to as adults and not like a baby. And then stay away from conditions where there's loud music or really noisy. Don't be touching them. They don't like those kind of things. Don't say, oh, I understand, you have autism, and maybe that's the reason you have problems with this or that. No, don't be saying that. But keep your language very simple and clear. Make eye contact, smile. Just let them be in a happy spot. And if you learn about autism, and again, it's deep. It is very deep for me, because I've never, again, been around an autistic person. This has learned me so much. And again, Tracy and Chloe, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to educate myself on autism awareness. I'm very thankful for that. So I hope this information can be used for others. I tried to keep it very simple, because I'm not educated and trained in this area, so I wanted to take the simple things that would help me in the situation, and I hope it will help you too. So that is it for me on autism awareness. My giveaway is going to be on, it is going to end on Sunday, the 7th of May, and the winner will be chosen on Monday, 8th of May, the 8th. And the secret word is going to be awareness, AWARENESS, awareness. And what is going to be in the giveaway? I am going to have a case for Apple iPods. I tried to do a little bit of variety of a lot of different things. I'm doing a rose eye palette. Those are really pretty colors. I am also going to do Truly Toffee nail polish. And it's by Revlon, and definitely will have it wrapped up good so it doesn't spill everywhere. I'm also doing a vitamin C and E facial kit mask, and it is by BeauT. And then I've never tried these. I just picked these up. These are a warming eye mask, and they are lavender scented. And I just thought the spring look was really pretty. Also some Wet n Wild mascara. It's very black. And then a concealer kit. And this is a very, very nice kit. It's never been opened. It has 8 concealer colors. Let me make sure that says 8. I should have kept my glasses on. I'm sorry. 8 concealer colors, 4 sponge applicators, and 2 brush applicators. So this is what it looks like, and it has a mirror. And that will be my giveaway. One last thing I forgot. It is a NYX Butter Gloss Lippy. Really pretty color. So I hope you enjoyed this. I read this, and I have to say that I was overwhelmed. For all of you that are autistic, that have family, friends, I understand things a lot better. And again, thank you, Tracy and Chloe. Wishing you a blessed day. And remember to be a rainbow in someone's clouds today.